Family, this message is for my brothers and sisters who are truly seeking truth, not tradition, not comfort, but truth. We need to talk about how much of what we call church culture today did not come from the scriptures, but from Rome. Many of the words we use, the structures we follow, even how we define love and devotion, were shaped more by Roman culture than by the Hebraic faith given by Yahuah. Take the word romance. It did not begin as love or affection. It comes from Romanus, meaning of Rome, or spoken in the Roman way. Over time, Roman language produced what we now call Romance languages. Stories written in those languages focused on passion, emotion, and desire. And slowly, the word romance became associated with love. But scripture never defines love by emotion. The word says, "For this is the love of Elohim, that we keep his commandments." Biblical love is covenant. It is obedience. It is faithfulness, even when feelings are absent. Rome taught feeling. Scripture teaches faithfulness. And that same Roman influence didn't stop with language. Rome was built on hierarchy, titles, and dominance. So when Roman culture merged with belief systems, leadership shifted from servanthood to status. But Yahushua told us plainly, the rulers of the Gentiles exercise authority over them, but it shall not be so among you. Yet today we see elevated titles, centralized authority, and separation between leaders and people, patterns that reflect Rome more than Messiah. Even celebrations and calendars were affected. Rome was deeply religious, but idolatrous. Sun worship, seasonal festivals, emperor worship. Instead of removing these practices, many were renamed, absorbed, and rebranded. But Yahuah warned us, learn not the way of the heathen. And again, what agreement does the temple of Elohim have with idols? Family, mixture has always been the enemy of holiness. Roman philosophy also reframed how scripture was approached. Instead of submission, there came debate. Instead of obedience, interpretation. Instead of, "Thus says Yahuah," we now hear, "What does this mean to me?" But the word says, "Lean not on your own understanding." When Roman reasoning replaced Hebraic obedience, truth became negotiable. Even names and meanings were altered. Hebrew names were Latinized. Context was stripped. Understanding was lost. And scripture tells us plainly, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." So why does this matter? Because Yahuah is calling his people out of mixture, out of borrowed customs, out of Roman systems that were never meant to define covenant faith. He says, "Come out of her, my people." Family, not everything labeled church is biblical. Not everything emotional is righteous. And not everything traditional is holy. We must test everything, languages, customs, teachings, against the word. This is not about tearing down. It's about returning. Returning to obedience. Returning to covenant. returning to the ancient path. Truth does not need Roman approval. Love does not need romance to be holy. And obedience does not need rebranding. May Yahushua give us eyes to see, ears to hear, and hearts willing to obey.